One of the most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Mighty Stadium. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the USF Bulls and the Army Black Knights. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Checking in with the Army head coach before the game. One thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Guys?
All right, Holly. And the Black Knights headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Here he comes with the return. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The run inside. It's Isaac. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond.
Makes the catch, and he's free. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 43-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back.
Quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. On the option, he'll do it himself. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time.
There he goes. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Motion from the wideout. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen. But you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the third down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. Back has it. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that.
There's some room. The 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Bulls. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And he puts through the extra point. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Howard. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the back. Jumped on top of the pile.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll take it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
He smashes his way through again. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. To the air, it's Van Buren. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pulls it in, it's Sullivan. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Going to the run, it's Isaac. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. The corners are walked up tight. To the air, it's Van Buren. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's third and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Black Knights offense will go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Now the pitch. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. Got a man. It's Rogers. At the 35, he's open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, that didn't take long. I mean, they started off this drive with great field position, and that's critical for this football team because of the players they have offensively. If you can get them the ball back at that area of the field, it takes one play, like what you just saw, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door now in the red zone looking for 6.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll run play action. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
And this linebacker is all over the field in run support. When they throw the football, though, man, does he have great vision, and he breaks on the football. Look at him using the hands. He had 2 a week ago, throwing another today. That's a season for a linebacker most of the time. Great 2-game stretch for this LB.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Howard. Turning it on! That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job, because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback, because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Calls his own number. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Loses 3. It's now 2nd and goal.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Using his feet. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Army! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now, trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Isaac. Breaks into the open. Good gain there, picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. And the Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man, it's Odom. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, USA.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Lofts one high and deep. Upstairs, he's got it. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. First up, a look at Michigan, taking on the number 7 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Wolverines with the lead right now in the first half. This has been a good one, a battle of 1-0 teams. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And the Black Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Will, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
The Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
Under fire, and it's a sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fix is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Pocket breaking down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And, man, that has to be frustrating for this defense. You give up a big play. What do you want the secondary to do? Man, you've got to get pressure on the quarterback at some point. And he kept going. He kept having time to go through. If I'm a defensive back, I'm going right to the defensive line. Hey, bro, can we get some pressure on the quarterback, man? That's unacceptable.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's got it again. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, looking to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown Bulls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Tight end now in motion. This quarterback part of their running game. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely boring.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, after putting up 5 sacks in their last game, this defense was hungry for more coming into this one, and they knew it was going to be maybe a little bit tougher going up against this offensive line. They've had some struggles in this game so far getting to the QB, but they finally got to him there.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Black Knights line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This USF offense will open this drive right here. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Rides the option, he keeps it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. We've come to the end of the quarter, and USF is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. The throw to the outside is complete. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Now on the option. Now the toss. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And you watch the right defensive end get in there so fast, rush the passer, get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. I love the replays of these things when you can really hone in on that one guy on the one side and you just watch him go to work.
Offense going to be challenged to protect on third down after that last sack. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. And the defense getting a hand in there on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. That is coverage just the way they designed it, and they've got him backed up. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Punts it out of the air. He finds a little bit of room to operate. He goes out of bounds at the 12. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Caught behind the line. It's Suggs. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
1st and 10 from their own 17. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Back open in the middle.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here.
Oh, he's got some space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Black Knights are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Man, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm. The passing game looking good.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Black Knights!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he made the extra point without problem. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Dangerous throw there. This knocked down and incomplete.
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Tight end finds a soft spot. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And, man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got them where you wanted them. You backed them up on 3rd down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop them. They give up the first down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Trying play action. On the run, still looking. He's got him wide open. There he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And you're seeing more of this in college football, man. Bringing on more and more tight ends, guys that are versatile pieces. And you see it right there, right? You can still throw the football, and now you got to match up with those guys and their big bodies. Nice throw down the field, nice catch. Nice job of using multiple tight end packages for this offense.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to the run. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Offense here just trying to outflank the defense on 3rd down, trying to get the ball to their running back on the perimeter, but nice job tackling in the open field by the defense to now set up 4th down.
And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Is that crazy or genius? Oh, no guts, no glory, man. Here he comes. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Buys a little time. He'll step out of bounds at the 13, and that gives him a little bit more room.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
They get a huge play offensively, and now in this 2-minute situation, you got to think about clock management, right? When are we spiking the ball? We got to be throwing to the sidelines, get guys out of bounds, save some clock. We're trailing, but we've got a chance to win. We just got to be smart with the clock management.
On the move. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Might be changing the route. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Finds his tight end. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. And the Black Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.